Welcome to Authentic with Brazil 201, and I'm your host, Brazil 201. So it is currently Monday, 10 p.m., April 27th, and I just left the Vogue Devil Wears Prada 2 red carpet screener event. This episode will be uploading and will go live or whatever at 4 p.m. Thursday when Devil Wears Prada 2 is actually out because of the embargo and everything about it. I gotta say, first of all, Nina Dobrev was at the screener, and she is fucking beautiful in person, and I took, like, 5 beta blockers, and I still was not brave enough to go up to her because I didn't wanna bother her, no one else was, like, bothering her because I don't think, A, anyone recognized that was fucking Elena Gilbert. She's beautiful in person. She's also shorter than I expected. I'm taller than her. Also, I can't tell that I'm also in the movie. I'm in Devil Wears Prada too. And the girl next to me was flipping the fuck out when she, like, saw me in it, and she doesn't know me, but she was like, "Oh my god, it's you," and I was like, "Oh, no," because I was like, I think it's odd that I have way more screen time than Paige DeSorbo and Hannah Baker or Hannah Banner. A lot of celebrities are in this movie, and I have way more screen time than all of them. Spoiler, I am a bad guy in the movie. We will get into that a lot later. It's very odd that I am in a movie that a lot of people are going to see. And yeah, it's kinda hard, because like, I'm in TV shows, but, like, no one watches any shows I'm in. Weird. Very weird. Gotta say, though, everyone was dressed in that. I gotta say, everyone at this Vogue event would never be invited to, like, the White House Correspondent Dinner, but also everyone at the White House Correspondent Dinner would never be invited to the Vogue event because everyone was dressed to the tens, the red carpet thing, whole thing. I am obliterated. But, wow, I gotta say, well, when did I shoot this? When did I shoot Divorce? July, yeah, I shot in July of '25? Yeah, for, like, 3 weeks. Um, I guess, first, let's get into this movie's fantastic. I think I'm horrible in it, but I think the movie's fucking fantastic, and I think you could do a 3rd one. Like, if you really wanted to, though I do like, this works. This movie just works similar to because this movie could have gone very Sex and the City or the Gossip Girl reboot, but it didn't. It went in the Scrubs vein of a revival reboot that works. The characters have aged well. They're not doing cringe woke things, but, like, they're making fun of the woke jokes, and it's not cringe at all. But let's kinda go back into, like, where we are when the movie begins. The movie begins is that, Annie and Hathaway first of all, they all do not look like they've aged at all. They look fucking amazing. Anne Hathaway and fucking Emily Blunt look beyond amazing in this. The outfits are fucking crazy. Also, I gotta say the $10,000 suit I was rocking the entire movie, I loved it. Yeah. Um, so we're at an event and Annie is winning a Pulitzer type award and they all get texts that they're all fired from, like, their version of the New York Times. And she does a viral rant because she is fired while she's accepting the reward, and she's like, "I got fired via text message," and, like, it goes viral on TikTok and a bunch of other things. And BJ Novak, plays what is it? A basically David Ellison, which is interesting because this movie was shot before the whole Paramount Warner Brothers takeover situation, and it's just interesting how, like, similar it is to the entire situation. BJ Novak plays a David Ellison character, and there is what is it called? Tabor Feldman plays a basically Larry Ellison type character. And they are in control of the parent company of Runway. Runway is like a subsidiary or some company very similar to, let's say, CNN, to Warner Brothers Discovery, and the whole situation. And they're like, "We need good PR," because something came up that Miranda was using fucking, what's it called? Fucking sweatshops for some of the clothing and a bunch of other shit. So they hire Annie to be their PR person to write, like, a story about it and fix the image of Runway. So that's what happens, and she gets double her fucking salary, and what's interesting is that she's 41, 42 in this movie, Annie. She still lives in a shitty apartment that she has to tap the sink 4 times so the water turns from brown to white. I guess Sauron is not mayor yet, so she can't text in the Devil Wears Prada 2 universe, and she can't text 311 to get it fixed. She goes to the new Runway office, and Miranda does not remember her at all, and we have the Nigel, like, "Oh, look what TJ Maxx strapped in," and all that, and they had no idea she was hired, and she's like, "Oh, I got overruled." So, basically, Annie is a liberal version of Barry Weiss slash Carrie Bradshaw combined in Runaway now. She was installed by David Ellison to shape the culture and the narrative of Runway. So this is interesting to watch. This is very inside baseball on this entire situation because they're like, "Oh, okay." But obviously, like, Annie plays a hot single straight Barry Weiss, okay? And they get this little catch up and they have to go visit advertisers, and we meet Emily Blunt's character, who's the head of Dior. And Miranda's like, "You know her too?" It's like, "Yes, we were both the Emilys." And they talk about the whole situation, and, she's like, "Oh, the eyebrows," and they catch up, and Emily Blunt's like, "I'm divorced," and Emily Blunt is basically dating Jeff Bezos or Mark Zuckerberg. He's basically Jeff Bezos in this universe, and because she's divorced and she has 2 kids, and she's just dating this dude for money, but she's also had a Dior, and he buys her whatever they wanna do, and they have this whole conversation. Simone what was her name? Simone Ashley plays, like, basically the Emily Blunt character, but, like, the Gen Z version of it, and it's fun. They do this whole conversation. We get the whole situation. She's writing all these stories, but they're not hitting at all because she can't break it. No one reads print anymore, and Miranda's mad that no one reads print anymore, and Nigel's like, "I'm just content." Okay, and people watch this content while they pee, and the whole shebang. And Miranda wants to be editor in charge because Irv, the Larry Ellison type character, is like, "Okay, when, this award or sale goes through, you'll be in charge of it, the whole shebang, as the PR gets fixed," which is cool. And then we have this whole thing with, what the fuck is it? Lucy Liu is the divorcee of also a Elon Musk type character, and she's super rich and secluded, and she lives in the fucking what is it, in Vermont or some shit like that, and Annie is like, "I have to get a fucking interview with her," and Annie's friend is what is the fuck is her name? The chick from 911 that is, God, what is the character from 911? I'm trying to think of, like, the lead. Hen's girlfriend, wife. This character from 911 is, like, Annie's best friend now, so they gave, like, Annie, the black best friend situation, and she's, like, an artist, and they have this whole little situation, and then they go to a Zillow listing, and it was a historical building that just got redone, and we meet this Australian man, which becomes Annie's new love interest. And oh, yeah, we also learned Annie froze her eggs. They're on, like, they're in Lenox Hill Hospital, and she's 41, so congratulations to her. She's like, "Maybe one day I'll have kids," you know? Good old feminism. She meets this Australian guy. The hen's wife from 911 is, like, talking to him like, "Huh, I like you, let me check your socials and all this." They go on a date. It's fun, it's romantic. It's really fun. It's more like an adult relationship. It's not this cringy bullshit that was, like, happening in the first movie, but it's different because, she was 24 or whatever in the first movie. It's a good, fun adult relationship. It's like, no kids, divorce, blah, 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 blah. Um, then trying to think of everything. It's hard to I'm very drunk. I'm trying to remember the order of this situation. They have this Hamptons party that's very elite, and then Irv dies, right? So Larry Ellison dies, and now David Ellison is in charge of the entire company and all of it, and no one knows what the changes are gonna be, and, Miranda and all of them are just freaking out, what is gonna happen? And then, uh, David Ellison comes in, and he's like, "I wanna have a meeting with you in the cafeteria," and then this is where I come into the movie. I am, one of the McKinsey bad guys and about talking about EBITDAs and why the company needs to be restructured or sold off and a bunch of other things. That stuff happens, and the changes that happen to runways, and we're private cars, and we're flying private, and all this magazine should be made this way. This is realistic about all that, and things are gonna be cut. Then the assistant leaks the information, and there we go. Then what happens is they're going to fucking Paris Fashion Week or some shit, and they're throwing this event, and Annie has an idea with Emily, but with Emily Blunt's character. They go and they're like, "How about your boyfriend buys the company from David Ellison?" Which is great, and in this deal, he's like, "I just want runway," right? He's just trying to buy runway, and then he's gonna install what Annie doesn't know, though, is that Emily wants to be in charge of runway and fire Miranda because Miranda's old, and Annie's freaking the fuck out. Like, "Oh, no," Miranda's really upset. Then what happens is they create all these calls and whatever, and they talk to, what the fuck is it? um, Lucy Liu's character, and Lucy Liu pulls basically what Eddie David Olsen did in real life and buys the entire corporate structure, not just Runway, but, like, the parent company and everything, and, leaves Miranda in charge, and Miranda's like, "Look, this is just a lifeline for right now because, we're just a little piece of wood floating out at sea." And right now we're maybe okay, but eventually all of this is gonna go away, and you know that, I know that, and you're just happy about that, and I also hope you do your book that you're writing about me because it's gonna give you 400K, and that's even before the movie rights and all of it. Then they and that's how it ends. Very good movie. It seems simple. It's not an Oscar-winning movie, but it's a very good movie. It's very better. It's better than any of the Colleen Hoover shit. I don't know if Anne Hathaway's gonna get nominated for this. See if she's gonna get nominated for this, Odyssey or fucking Rarity. Who knows? But I enjoyed it. There you go. Watch The Devil Wears Prada 2 if you hate me after this movie, good, whatever.